What is going on, everybody? So today we are doing a little 2020 recap, as well as looking forward to 2021 and setting some goals for next year and making the most out of it, considering 2020 was, well, you know how it was. So let's go back a little bit. So looking at the year 2020, coming into this year, I was actually really excited. 2019 was arguably my best year as a pro strongman, and it set me up for a lot of really exciting things for 2020. Winning the Arnold in Australia in March of 2019, qualified me for Ohio March 2020, and then also for the entire Arnold International Series. So I had a lot of plans to compete a lot, traveling the world, doing a lot of things amazing this year, and obviously none of that really happened. So January was able to do the Arnold Santa Monica. Not necessarily, it wasn't really my best competition, but it was an amazing weekend. That's also the weekend I got to go on the Joe Rogan Experience, which was a game changer as well. Looking forward to the beginning of March in Ohio. The Arnold was right when the coronavirus pandemic was really beginning, and we found out the week of the show that the expo was being canceled, fans weren't allowed, the whole 9 yards. So definitely put a turn on the contest, but that didn't change my goal of taking top 5 at the Arnold Strongman Classic. Ended up having a really solid day 1 of competition, finished day 1 in 4th place. Moving on to day 2, had a subpar performance on day 2. I deadlifted, I think I was a little bit more taxed from day 1 than I thought I would be for day 2, which turned into me underperforming on the deadlift, totally bombing the frame carry, and then I did decently well on the dumbbell, but overall that put me in a tie for 6th place at the Arnold Strongman Classic. So just missing my goal of top 5 by 1 place was heartbreaking, but motivating at the same time. Then we get into the thick of things with the pandemic, and all of the Arnold International shows being canceled, World's Strongest Man being pushed back, all the Giants live shows being canceled. Was then called upon by World's Ultimate Strongman to give a crack at the American log press record that I had been holding since 2019. So we started doing this virtual feats of strength series, and it was an absolutely amazing opportunity. And back in June, was able to re-break my American log press record by lifting 475 pounds, which was absolutely amazing, super exciting. And then got called back for season 2 in the beginning of October to attempt the log press world record. Based on my 475, I was really confident I could hit a new American record and give a good crack at the 230 kilo world record number, about 505 pounds. So training for that event was awesome. I hit 482 pounds in the gym about a week and a half before my world record attempt and felt really confident. And on October 3rd, while attempting the new American record of 485 pounds, as most of you already know, I suffered a pretty devastating injury, rupturing my tricep, and pretty much put a hold to the rest of my competitive year, which was a total bummer because it was about 4 weeks before World's Strongest Man, 2 months before the inaugural Shaw Classic, which I was supposed to be at. So really the timing wasn't amazing, but in this sport, injuries like this are not a matter of if, but a matter of when, and unfortunately that was just my time. And looking back at it, trying to stay positive with everything, it actually ended up being a good thing, because at that same time, my husband and I were moving across country, both starting new jobs, and it let me focus on that, as opposed to having to jet off here and there to compete and keep my training at a certain level. So everything happens for a reason. 2020 ended up ending on a pretty positive note. My rehab is coming along really well. My arm is feeling better each day. I'm excited, I'm motivated, and really looking forward to getting getting into bigger shows in 2021. We're excited about the announcements of all these competitions happening. And kind of waiting to see what my first contest of 2021 is going to be. I can say now with majority confidence that I most likely will not be attending Europe's Strongest Man and the World Log Press Championships in April in England. I do not think that I will be ready to be breaking any records at that point, so I really don't want to take a spot away from somebody who's deserving. of that spot when I know that I won't be able to break my own record. So looking into 2021, I'm very excited about what is to come. Like I said, my arm is feeling better, really getting me motivated to really progress and start pushing some big weights now. And, when we're looking at setting goals, I think the reason that I've been so successful in this sport, and it's something that I've talked about a few times on a couple of different shows, is my mindset since I started the sport of strongman has never changed. I have always set small attainable goals that I knew I could achieve that kind of just build upon each other and kind of have gotten me to the place I'm at today. So in keeping with that mentality, my goals have not changed since 2019 essentially. 2019 I just barely missed on making the finals at World's Strongest Man, and that was my goal in 2019. Was unfortunately not able to attend World's Strongest Man 2020, so that's going to be my goal for 2021 is making the top 10 at World's Strongest Man. Along with that, keeping with trying to get that top 5 position at the Arnold Strongman Classic. I just barely missed out on that in March of 2020, so we're going to go for that again in 2021. And, throwing into the mix that, I am a contender to compete at the World's Ultimate Strongman competitions. So I'm excited to really fight for a podium spot. My goal at World's Ultimate Strongman is get on the podium, be in the top 3 at their show. Whichever one I can go to, I know typically their shows happen in October. So let's hope that Dubai happens then and I can be there in October ready to go, giving a shot at that podium. Those are more strongman specific goals for me. Along with that, another goal of mine is something that I just started, which is this LGBTQ fitness and strength group. It is virtual. I'm very excited about it. Building a community of people who are excited about working out, getting into fitness, getting stronger, learning the basics of strength sports, and just opening up the doors to the LGBTQ community to the world of strength athletics and a sport that is, extremely close to my heart. I really have a goal of building that to over 100 members in the year 2021. Something very exciting that Joey and I are going to be doing with this group. 50% of the proceeds from each month are going to be getting donated to a different charity. So we're really, this isn't just about us. We want to build a community. We want to be able to give back to the LGBTQ community as well. So we're very excited about being able to offer that. So the more people sign up, the more money we can donate. That's extremely exciting for us to be able to do that. Along with that, I am offering personal coaching as well, online coaching, which is something I used to do. And now I'm getting back into the game a little bit. Before I was in a place where work, competing, training, and everything was just a little bit too much for me to handle. But I feel like I'm at a good place in my life where I can give back to the sport of strongman and give back to some athletes who are ready to compete and want to get, want to hit that next level in the sport. I'm excited to be able to give some of the knowledge that I've gained and get you guys stronger in the process as well. If you want any information on online coaching or the LGBTQ strength and fitness group, you can check the description below. I'll have all the details there of how you can contact me and get information on those as well. The final biggest goal for 2021 is to get this channel up to 50,000 subscribers, at least. More would be better, and I wouldn't be upset about that. But, I think, myself, Juliana behind the camera, we're really going to be working hard on bringing you guys great quality content every single week. As I've mentioned in the videos before, videos are coming out every Wednesday, at least, sometimes more often than that. And we're really going to be trying to make strides to bring you great quality content. Once we're able to get back into the gym, you'll be able to see me training, you'll be able to see my rehab process, and then as we're traveling to shows, you'll be able to see the behind the scenes of what it is like to travel and train and compete as a professional strongman throughout the world. So we're really excited to bring you some of that behind the scenes material, as well as me training and recovering from this injury and getting back to the top level of the sport of strongman. Some advice for people when you're out there, looking at New Year's resolutions, making goals for the new year. I go back to what I said before, and that's making small attainable goals that you can achieve. Sometimes looking at the bigger picture, it's really easy to get off course, and that can be extremely demeaning and upsetting and easy to take you away from what your goal actually is. And The best way to do that is, like I said, is to look at the small steps that you know you can hit while working towards a bigger goal. You know, when I first started in the sport of strongman, my goal was never to get to world's strongest man. It was to first not take last, then not zero an event, then get on the podium, and so on and so forth. And it was that mentality that got me to where I am today. And that can be applied to absolutely anything you do in life, whether it is in sports, work, family, anything you want. I think, you know, that can be extrapolated to any goal you really want to achieve. So I'm really excited about 2021 and what it has to bring. You know, 2020 was, it is what it is. And I think we'll all happily put that in the past, move forward with a smile on our face, and be excited to tackle everything that's coming for us in 2021. As always, please check out all of my sponsors down below in the description. There will be links and codes to every one of them down below, so you can check them all out. As I said, info on online coaching or the LGBTQ strength and fitness group will also be down in the description, so you can contact me for any information about that. And until next time, peace out.